You can look at maybe Jurgen Klopp's looking to wrestle a little bit more control around transfers to make sure that he gets his targets that he wants. This video is being sponsored by our friends at Surfshark. Now, you've probably heard people talking about VPN providers a lot, and I'm going to explain to you why it's a plus and why hopefully you should go with our friends at Surfshark. So Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to look at the internet entirely anonymously and unlock the world's largest Netflix libraries, the likes of the USA and Japan. It also keeps you safe and secure from hackers. Let's imagine you're out and about, you're having a cup of coffee, you're in college, you're in the pub, something like that. They use industry-leading measures, uncrackable encryption, and the most secure VPN protocols to keep you safe and secure while you're having a look on the internet. Also, one subscription will run across all of your devices, meaning that there is no need to look elsewhere. One subscription, you got your phone covered, your laptop covered, whatever it is that you need. Surfshark is really easy to install as well. And right now, you can get an amazing 85% off and 3 months additional free by using our link in the description and the code Anfield Agenda at checkout. That is 85% off and 3 months additional free, meaning it works out at less than $2 a month. Now, this offer runs until the end of this year only. So if you're looking for a VPN provider, look no further. Our friends at Surfshark have got you covered. What is up, my friends? It is Saturday night and you are very welcome along to tonight's late night agenda. I'm going to take you through 4 or 5 topics around Liverpool Football Club that I've seen in the media today, and of course I want to know your opinions in the comment section. Do drop a like on the video and please do hit that subscribe button for us as well. Look, let's start off with a little bit of news from Florian Plettenberg regarding the race for Jude Bellingham. It really is starting to heat up now, but what I'm liking is that Liverpool's name is coming more and more to the forefront of this conversation. Regular viewers of Anfield Agenda will know this was my story. I broke this 2 years ago when I told everybody that Jude Bellingham will be coming to Liverpool if Liverpool can agree that fee with Dortmund. People thought I was talking out of my backside. All I asked people to do was just wait for the deal to happen and then just say, you know what? You were right. And that's all I want when this happens, is people to go, you know what, Craig? You're a gobby twat, but for once, you were right. On this, so Florian Plettenberg today said, being told that Manchester United are pretty much out of the race for Jude Bellingham, they don't really have a chance. He said it's a triple fight between Liverpool, Real Madrid and Manchester City, and that the price will be up to about 150 million euro. Also, Jurgen Klopp pushing very, very hard for this transfer to get done. So that's good news. You can back that up with some stuff today as well from Fabrizio Romano, who was just reiterating that no firm decisions have been made, but the Bellingham race is starting to heat up now. So, look, I know it's a big leap of faith to see Liverpool paying out that much money, but he's the boy that Klopp has wanted. He is the one that he has singled out for the longest time that he wants to bring to Liverpool Football Club. And, you know, you can look at what's gone on behind the scenes at the club in a few different ways. You can look at it that perhaps there's, I don't know, some uncertainty, or you can look at maybe Jurgen Klopp's looking to wrestle a little bit more control around transfers to make sure that he gets his targets that he wants, and maybe that statistical, analytical driven recruitment maybe will take a little bit of a backseat, albeit, you know, in this day and age, you certainly do need stats involved when you're looking into any transfers. So we now move on to something around the ownership, because one question people have been asking me a lot over the past week is, any updates on the ownership situation? And no, not really. But there has been a story that came out from the Telegraph today that said the Premier League would not bar Saudi owners from taking over another football club in the Premier League. There's no plans to introduce any changes to their policies or anything like that. This basically comes in the week where we've seen a Saudi Arabian prince come out and say, and excuse me, I don't know the gentleman's name and I certainly wouldn't be able to pronounce it, because if you know one thing about Anfield Agenda, it's my pronunciations are shocking. But anyway, this guy came out and said that Saudi Arabia would welcome private investment into the Premier League. He was talking about Manchester United and Liverpool in particular. I don't know if there's anything to this. I honestly don't know if they've put bids forward to FSG. I know nothing about the takeover. I am as in the dark as everybody else. So that's where we are right now with regards to the takeover. We're still waiting and seeing. But I wanted to bring that to you guys as well, because I know state-backed funds, oil-backed funds, all of this have been very divisive, and certainly it wouldn't be at the top of my list of priorities for a potential new owner in Liverpool. Right, Liverpool target Konrad Laimer, as I've told you guys, is closing in on a move to Bayern Munich. It's not really a breaking story. It's not really something that many people that have been following the situation will be surprised about. But again, Florian Plettenberg today did say that Konrad Laimer is kind of edging towards that decision. He's out of contract at not Bayer Leverkusen. He's out of contract at Salzburg. No, other one, Leipzig. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he's had a contract at Leipzig at the end of the season. Just keep naming clubs there, Craig, from Germany or Austria. You'll get there eventually. He's out of contract at the end of the season with RB Leipzig, and he was linked with Liverpool. The last thing we need, in my opinion, is another injury-prone player, albeit his stats pretty good. So yeah, that's one that I think we can probably rule out as well. Moving on to the next story, and this comes from Vicajes in Spain. So big pinch of salt required for this story, but it is one that interests me because, well, I wouldn't mind the guy. But they are saying that Liverpool have entered the race for Frankie De Jong from Barcelona. Now, we've known for the longest time that Manchester United have been working really hard to try and get Frankie De Jong to make that move from the new camp over to Old Trafford. Didn't happen over the summer. Since then, we've seen Barcelona, of course, not qualify for the knockout stages of the Champions League, something that will have a big knock-on effect financially. Remember all those levers that they pulled? Well, they were basically just gambling. Basically just gambling that success will come. With success will come more money. And this is the first of those gambles not really paying off. So will they sell Frankie De Jong? Probably. But where I struggle is I can't see Liverpool paying the rumoured 350 grand a week that he's currently looking for or earning at, maybe he's even earning more than that, you know. Maybe it's about 400,000 euro at Barcelona, and United might pay it. I'd be very, 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 very surprised if Liverpool would. But with regards to him as a football player, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, he's a tidy player, and I would have no problem welcoming Frankie De Jong to Liverpool if we can get over that huge stumbling block of wages. The next one is a little bit more exciting and probably a little bit more realistic. Again, another player who has long been linked with Manchester United, but somebody that Chris on our channel told us to look out for quite a while ago. So I want to give Chris his dues on this one. Cody Gakpo's price tag has increased. That's not going to be a shock to anybody. But even with the increase, they're talking about a price tag of around 50 million euro, which is about what, 44 million pounds, something like that. And I think that this is the type of signing we should be all over. It's not too much investment. It's a player that can work in a couple of positions, a player that has physical ability, a player that has scored goals at the World Cup, 2 in his opening 2 games for the Netherlands, and a player that's caught a lot of people's eye over the last season or two. So yeah, for me, I hope there's some truth to this one. PSV Eindhoven won't want to lose him, but, you know, 50 million euro is a big chunk of change, and I want to know what you think about this one, folks, because look, at my divided opinion. He's not the archetypal pacey winger that we always think of. He's more of a winger that makes clever runs into the penalty area, gets on the ends of crosses. And in this day and age, we see a lot of inverted wingers, don't we? Right wingers playing left side, left footers playing right side, and players cutting in. Cody Gakpo is over 6 foot. He is a big physical presence, and I think, look, he'd be a good fit. And at that price point, I don't think there's too much of a risk with it. So for me, if Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool want to go down that route, I'd have absolutely no problem with it. Do I think it's realistic? I don't know. I really just do not know right now, because the takeover has me kind of scratching my head with regards to what money will be available to Jurgen Klopp in the January market. And I do think there will be. Let me just put that out there, because one thing FSG is not going to want if they sell up is to lose some money by not being in the Champions League next season, because that would, of course, have somewhat of an impact on any potential new owners looking at the club and thinking, will this be just a one-year thing, or have we massively underestimated the rebuild that's needed there? For me, I don't think there is that huge of a rebuild. We need 2 or 3 midfielders, maybe one more forward. I guess there's potentially an argument around the centre-back situation, but ultimately, I think we're in a healthy position. I do think we need to make sure that we get that midfielder, minimum 1, in January, and then we look to build for the summer when you know who's hopefully arriving. So look, that's it. Really quick update today. I think I've covered everything I wanted to. I hope that you guys are enjoying the World Cup if you are watching it. It's a quiet time, downtime for us here on Anfield Agenda, but we will be keeping you up to date with events of Liverpool players in and around the World Cup, and of course, any transfer talk that's around, because that window's going to open up very quickly after the World Cup. Have yourselves a wonderful Saturday evening. I look forward to chatting with you guys tomorrow. Drop a like on the video for me, and of course, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Much love, my friends. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.